Good evening. I'm Cadet Colonel Bill Cousins. With Cadet Colonel Claudia Stites and Cadet Colonel Amy Galati, we make up the cadet instructor team. Tonight is a culmination of hard work and perseverance by everyone in this room. The cadet program was just an idea in the mind of Mrs. Nair about 5 years ago. She shared her vision with me, and we've worked together to build what I consider a top-notch program. Because of her support, we've been able to do most of the things that we would normally do during a COVID year. When others were staying home and shying away, Mrs. Nair has allowed us to live by faith and go. Because of the pandemic, we were not able to have our promotion ceremony last year, nor were we able to have our pinning ceremony at the beginning of this year. So today we'll be combining the two. But in any case, we're here to reward our cadets by providing them with the ranks that they have earned. I would like to quickly explain our cadet rank structure and command structure. As you can see, with 7th grade, we start with cadet. 8th grade would be cadet first class. 9th grade, senior cadet. 10th grade, they become cadet staff sergeant. 11th grade, cadet technical sergeant. And 12th grade, cadet master sergeant. Then when we get to the officer ranks, if you're a Talon leader, you would have what they would consider a commissioned officer rank. So we'd start with a cadet second lieutenant, cadet first lieutenant, cadet captain, cadet major. And then to make sure that all of our cadets are outranked by our group commander and our deputy group commander, we have the rank of cadet lieutenant colonel for those two. Now, our normal officers, that would be our non-commissioned officers, all have the rank of cadet chief master sergeant, so that anybody that's a normal member would report to an officer, and then the officers report up to their Talon leaders, who then report up to the deputy group commander, who reports up to the group commander, who then all reports up to the cadet instructor team, which all have the rank of cadet colonel. So hopefully that explains that a little bit. Now I would like to introduce our cadet group commander, Abby Kravoiserat. She's going to discuss our motto, mission statement, and honor code.
Our cadet mission statement is to develop godly young men and women to be the leaders of their generation. Our cadet motto is, through Christ, all things are possible. And our cadet honor code says, we will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor will we tolerate anyone among us who does. Now I'd like to introduce our cadet deputy group commander, Emma Stites, to discuss our core values.
Core values are the foundation upon which a truly quality cadet program is built. Core values are also a fundamental set of guidelines that can serve you throughout your life. These are honor, we will honor God with all that we do. Character, we will be men and women of excellent character at all times. And service, we will provide Christ-like service to our school, community, and country.
Thank you, Abby and Emma. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about what our cadet stands for, right? Our cadet program stands for, what our mottos are, what the core values are. These are things that we hold true to us, hold dear to us. So when we are looking at inducting anybody into our ranks, we make sure that they understand that first and foremost. With that being said, I wanted to show you the command structure briefly. With most clubs, you have 4 officers. You have a president, a vice president, a secretary, and a treasurer. But because we are set up like a military structure, a military-esque type of program, we have 20 different command positions that our cadets are able to be a part of, able to take charge of, and able to learn leadership through. So we take leadership very seriously. Of course, we understand that in order to first lead, we must first know how to follow. So with that being said, I would like to introduce our Eagles Talon to start with the pinnings and the promotions. Our Eagles Talon leader is Andrew Wade. He's being promoted to cadet captain. We have 2 students that are being pinned for the first time. We have Alexis Harris with the rank of cadet technical sergeant. And Kyle Pimenta with the rank of cadet technical sergeant. Next we have our promotions. Alex Ayala to cadet staff sergeant. Alexis Bahina to Cadet Technical Sergeant. And Angelo Reyes to Cadet Technical Sergeant. Now our officer promotions. Being pinned for the first time, we have our Cadet Chief Master Sergeant, Mackenzie Marassi, who's our culinary commander. And resuming her duties as the Health and Wellness Officer, we have Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Hannah Mercado. Being promoted to the position of our Leadership Exercise Officer, we have Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Hannah Stites. And that's it for the Eagles Talon. Eagles Post. Taking over next year as our Falcons Talon leader, we have Cadet Captain Christian McManama. Now we have our first time pinnings. Cadet Technical Sergeant David Britton. Also being pinned for the first time is Cadet First Class Alex Lowe. As well as Cadet Staff Sergeant Andrew Walters. And now our promotions. Kylie Breslin to Cadet Staff Sergeant. And Sierra Chalice to Senior Cadet. Taking over this year as our recruiting officer, we have Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Allison Meyer. And continuing his duties as our finance officer, we have Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Jomar Uran. And that's your Falcons Talon, Falcons Post. Continuing as our Hawks Talon leader, but being promoted to Cadet Major, Chevy Lehman. The Hawks have no one that's being pinned for the first time, so we're going to go straight to the promotions. To Cadet Technical Sergeant Jasmine Bahina. To Cadet Staff Sergeant Andrew Carlisle. To Cadet Technical Sergeant Madison Chess. To Senior Cadet Kiana Cortez. And to Senior Cadet Isaac Fernandez. Being promoted for, and being pinned for the first time, but being promoted to our extracurricular officer, we have Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Adeline Franz. And doing a little bit different job as an officer still, our camping commander, Brooke Griffin. And that is our Hawks Talon, Hawks Post. And continuing as our Ospreys Talon leader, but being promoted to Cadet Captain, Shannon Apprickle. We have one person being pinned for the first time, Cadet First Class, Justin Chauvin. And now for other promotions, which we have a lot. To Cadet Technical Sergeant A.J. Cordero. To Cadet Staff Sergeant Lauren Guzman. To Senior Cadet Daly Houston. To Cadet Staff Sergeant Rory Marassi. To Senior Cadet Natalie Smith. And to Cadet Staff Sergeant Aiden Young. And now for our officer promotions. Being promoted to our equipment officer, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Bladen Dover. And being promoted to our executive officer this year, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Trinity Hamilton Carey. And that's your Ospreys Talon. Ospreys Post. And continuing, I believe, in your third year as our Ravens Talon officer, our Cadet Major, Kyle Jones. Now we have two that are being pinned for the first time. To Cadet First Class, Josiah Bermudez. And to Cadet First Class, Ciara Lehman. And for our promotions, and oddly enough, they're all being promoted to Cadet Staff Sergeant. Cadet Staff Sergeant Akila Brown. Cadet Staff Sergeant Jamera Ellis. Cadet Staff Sergeant Xavier Nelson. Cadet Staff Sergeant Rebecca Perez. And Cadet Staff Sergeant Elimar Rosado Lopez. And for our officer selections, continuing as our Color Guard Commander, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Andrew Meyer. And being promoted to our Cadet Chaplain position, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Gisette Santos. And that's our Ravens Talon. I'm going to ask our two brand new pins to stand here while the rest of the Ravens post. And if I can get the rest of our cadets that this was their first time being pinned to come back to the stage, please. Since this is their first time being pinned, they're actually being inducted into our cadet corps. So we have an oath of office that they're going to take. So please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to support the truth of the gospel and to strive to make disciples of all nations. For his honor, I will do my best to help others at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. I will do my duty to serve the Lord, my country, my community, and my school. So help me God. Please congratulate Trinity's newest cadets. Cadets, post. Again, as I told you at the beginning, we're combining up a number of different ceremonies. And one of the things that we do at our promotion ceremony at the end of the year is to induct students that have risen and excelled academically, in discipline, and within the cadet corps to the highest rank or highest honor that we can bestow on them, which is to induct them for the year into our Cadet National Honor Society. our Cadet Honor Society. So when I call your name, will you please come forward? And Cadet Colonel Stites is going to help me out here by passing out the stars. Those that have already been inducted into this, we've only had this 1 year. This is our 2nd year, and we'll be doing it from each year from here on out. But you'll denote that they have a star on their right sleeve. So those that already have a star, when they come up here, this will be the 2nd year out of 2 years that they've been eligible for it. So when I call your name, please come up. We're going to start with middle school. Alex Ayala. And again, this was for not this year that we just finished, but for the previous year where they would have been inducted. Andrew Carlisle. Brooke Griffin. Lauren Guzman. Xavier Nelson. Allison Meyer. Elimar Rosado Lopez. Gisette Santos. Natalie Smith. Hannah Stites. And Jilmar Uran. Now for our high school inductees. Shannon Aptrickle. Abby Kervoisrak. Bladen Dover. Chevy Lehman. Emma Stites. And finally, Andrew Wade. Can we have one more round of applause for our Cadet Honor Society inductees? I want to thank you all that were able to attend in person, but mainly those of you that have tuned in to watch this. Again, with all of your support is why we're able to do this program. Without the support of our parents, without the support of our fellow teachers, without the support of our administration, we would not be able to do any of the things that we do, be able to accomplish any of the things that we've been able to accomplish. So I truly appreciate all your support and all your patience, especially through this year, which has been very trying for all of us. But we've been able to, like I said at the beginning, we've been able to live in faith and go, mainly because Ms. Nair's allowed that to happen. So we all owe her a debt of gratitude, and we're very thankful that we've been able to do as much as we've been able to do this year, and we're hoping that we get back to business as usual next year. So that concludes our ceremony. Thank you once again, and have a great evening.